let's give thanks to Mother, Father, God, the divine source in our lives, as we release those things that no longer serve us, release any anxiety, fear, anything that would cause resistance to getting the message across on today. We just release that into the atmosphere. We give it back to the universe. We thank it for whatever lesson, blessing, whatever it brought. We just give that back. And I'm fanning because I'm right over the smoke detector, and every now and again I'll get to going with the sage and forget where I'm at, and the smoke detector goes off. But I'm going to just give thanks once again for releasing this negativity, anything that's surrounding me at this time, anything that's causing me any type of discomfort, anything that's causing me to doubt or walk in fear or any anxiety. I remove it today. And again, like I said, I give it back to the universe. Everything comes from the all. Everything comes for a reason. It comes to give us a gentle nudge, and sometimes it pushes the hell out of us, but it wants to make us aware of what's going on. Never doubt your senses. Never doubt when you are feeling your vibrational, what you're picking up vibrationally, it is real. So we're just going to release that today and give thanks. Ashe, Ashe. Now, because we have cleared our space, we have allowed Spirit to take away whatever it is that is between us and the next level of us, that positive energy that we are moving towards, that ascension of ourselves. Now we're going to go clockwise, and we are going to invite in what it is that we desire. And in this space, I desire openness, honesty, compassion. I desire self-love. I desire self-realization. I desire self-affirmation, Ashe. I desire a space of learning and expanding and healing. And that's what I'm calling into this space this morning as I say good morning to you. And I say thank you to Source, Mother, Father, God, my ancestors, my angels, my guides, those on the other side of the veil who are constantly surrounding me with love and light, Ashe. So what am I talking about today? Y'all, today I am talking about the end of this retrograde, right? We have been going through a series of our Wednesday morning prayer and meditations, and we had a little segment on not moving in fear or anxiety when it came to the retrograde, right? And it is all true. It is all true. The retrograde has traditionally been taught to us that this is a time when whatever is going to happen bad is going to happen, and we all sit around waiting for the other shoe to drop. You know, Murphy's Law is where, we say retrograde lives, right? Anything that can happen is going to happen. But that's also a time when the planets slow down. Mercury slows down. It almost seems like it's going backwards in time. And what that's allowing us to do is have that time of reflection, have that time to really slow down and listen, really slow down and get clarity. Ashe, so retrograde, in my mind, in this space and time, is not a bad thing. Now, is it a challenging thing? Yes. Hell to the yes, 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 it is. It's a time when, first of all, let me just say, I asked for clarity. I asked to see those things that I couldn't see. I asked to hear those things that I wasn't hearing. I asked to go deeper in truth, Ashe. And so when you do that, expect for it to happen, right? And again, it doesn't have to be a bad thing, but it ain't always comfortable. It ain't always a happy, joy feeling. So as I just get into this today, I just want to let you know, the retrograde kicked my ass in truth, okay? It kicked my ass in my truth and in others' truth that are in my world or in my personal space. It kicked my ass to really get a full visual of who I am and how I'm showing up. And again, not in a bad way. But there's some things that I needed to make some adjustments with, right? And there's some things that I needed to accept about some situations that are in my life, right? That some of the things that you are constantly pursuing and pushing and forcing and trying to work, there comes a point in your life when you say, okay, you win. There's nothing else that I have for this. You win. And then you have to move into that space of self-care. Taking care of yourself. Taking care of yourself, because now you are in that space of accepting some of those really hard truths. You know, some of those things that you have attached yourself to or have become your identity no longer define you. They are no longer your companion, Ashe, and you have to release them. And I talk a lot about discovery and release, and then healing and going through that grieving process of letting go, so that you can transition into that space where you're open to receive what's new at the level that you're at, Ashe. So that's what I want to talk about today. What did I ask for? I said, you know what, in this retrograde, in this space in my life, I just want to see clearly. I want to tear down any illusion that I have. I want to tear down anything that is not real, right? Anything, even in me, you know, wondering why I was so desperately wanting some of the things that I wanted. Like, I wanted that thing. I wanted that stuff. And it's like, okay, what about that stuff? And what about the lack in you that is making you so desperate for those things? And to take yourself into these spaces that are not self-honoring, that are not bringing you that vibrational frequency of love and light and hope, right? Not saying that everything is supposed to be, like I say all the time, happy, happy, joy, joy, because we know that life is ebb and flow, and there's going to be some give and take. There's going to be some pull and some struggle in this life. But when it begins to eat away at your self-esteem, when it begins to have you, I'm going to use the term that my girlfriend Michelle used to use, clucking around in the yard like a chicken, you know, clucking and trying to get those little bits of whatever it is on the ground like a chicken, has you moving like a chicken head. Something is wrong. Something is off in your awareness of you. And so I'm going to be talking about some of these. First of all, I'm going to be grateful for the awareness, for how Spirit has opened my eyes. I did it kicking and screaming. I had my eyes shut. I didn't want to see it, but it's there. It's always been there. It's been hidden in plain view. Or shall I say it's been in plain view, but I just been hiding it. And that was hard for me. So I had to go through a situation of accepting. And this acceptance has been a doozy, y'all. Because one thing hinges on another thing, hinges on another thing, hinges on another thing. But guess what? It all comes back to me and how I envision me and how I, and who I was when I began to formulate these desires, what I was lacking, what trauma I was going through, what drama was in my life, formed these wants, these desires, these mindsets of scarcity or lack that made me desperate for certain situations. Ashe? And so we all have these. And I mean, everything that I'm saying, you could probably sit back and really think about some things that you have been in hot pursuit of, right? And you're in pursuit of them so passionately because you know in your heart that you really don't believe that you can have them. So you start going after what looks like it's close enough. Ashe? Ooh, I put on these lashes, y'all, because I said, and you notice it's only lashes and nothing else. I said, today I'm going to wear some damn lashes because I'm going to feel good about myself as I pull myself out of this space of grief and move myself back into that thriving mode, that sense of joy and gratitude. So I'll put on some lashes. So, and they big lashes, they're bigger than you ever see me in, but I got them. But anyway, what I'm saying is, who was I when I accepted certain deals in my life that really were not ideal? And I said, I have enough in me to fix it, to rewrite it, to rewire it, and make it exactly what I need it to be for me. Well, I was probably that scared woman, or shall I say young woman, that didn't know her worth, that was listening to all types of information that was funneled through other people's fear and other people's ideas of what a woman should be, a good relationship is, a person who has drive, a woman who holds it down. I was still trying to work it out. And here I am still chasing that illusion, and I'm not even the same person. And so even if I was to get that, I'd still be unhappy because it no longer fits me. That's some crazy shit, right? That hot pursuit